Good Sunday evening, Southeast Texas. Unfortunately, it does look like we have the potential for severe weather coming up Tuesday afternoon and evening across Southeast Texas as a squall line may form and drive through the area. The winds just above the surface at about 2,000 feet are tropical storm force, so that could be dragged down to the ground. So we'll have to watch this very closely as we could see some wind gusts 20, probably closer to 40, 45, maybe 50 miles an hour. That is in the realm of possibilities as we go into Tuesday afternoon. Lots of wind with this, and there is even the chance of an isolated tornado, particularly in the triangle coming up Tuesday afternoon and evening. 1 to 2 inches is what we're expecting at this point. So here's the big setup. We're going to be watching a very vigorous storm system moving out of the southwest and likely see some organization into a line coming up Tuesday afternoon and early evening. So there you go. There is a very marginal risk of severe weather right now. There's not a lot of instability. That's the limiting factor. However, there is quite a bit of wind shear from just above the surface into the mid-levels of the atmosphere. So a lot of turning with heights. There could be some isolated tornadoes. Hopefully that's not the case and we remain cool enough to where we don't see widespread severe weather across the area. But I would not be surprised if the Storm Prediction Center brings that slight risk particularly along the upper Texas coastline coming up in forecasts later tonight and tomorrow. This is one model, but it is showing wind gusts 50, maybe 50 miles an hour across our area Tuesday afternoon. Now this is not, set in stone, but this is the potential that we're going to be having to watch. And you get winds of 50 miles an hour, yeah, that'll bring down some tree limbs and it will also cause some power outages. So that is something to contend with as this line goes by our area. In addition to the wind potential and severe potential, we also have a slight risk of flash flooding across Southeast Texas through Tuesday night. 1 to 2 plus inches likely through that period. And it's all due to this upper level low pressure in through the great southwestern U.S. And as you can see, it's driving on south. Modeling takes that on through the southwest, and then early, Monday night, we see it move into West Texas and through North Texas as we work on into Tuesday afternoon. This will again bring lots of wind into our area coming up on Tuesday afternoon. On the cold side, 1 to 3 inches of snow up into the Texas Panhandle, an icy mixing through Oak City back over to north of San Angelo. At the same time, we're dealing on the warm side of the storm with the potential for severe weather. Tonight, though, no issues. It's going to be a quiet night. It's going to be a cold night across Southeast Texas. Great night to finish off that gumbo you enjoyed on Saturday. And also cover your plants because I think we'll get down just above freezing in the lakes and into the mid to upper 30s here in the triangle. So some patchy frost possible. Then lots of sun coming up tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be a beautiful afternoon. I think we may do 60 here in the triangle. Otherwise, most of us will be stuck into the middle to upper 50s. On the Gulf of Mexico, slightly choppy seas expected tomorrow around 2 to 3 feet in your coastal marine forecast. We'll see northeast to east winds at 10 to 20 knots, water temperature at 57 degrees. Tonight, a cold night with patchy frost, particularly up in the lakes area, 35, maybe 34, just above freezing. And then in the triangle, mid to upper 30s with winds becoming northeast at 3 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow, a chilly day. You're going to need jackets and coats, lots of sun. But it's a dry chilliness. In other words, it's not going to be like Saturday where it's moist and cold, okay? It's going to be chilly. With that sun, it's going to help. So upper 50s to near 60 on Monday, which is a keeper. Again, Tuesday, this is the day to watch, particularly after about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're probably going to see that line drive through the area. It is going to be a windy day. And again, I don't want to overestimate this or state this, but there's going to be the potential for severe weather out of this one. Then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, wow, look at those lows just above freezing in the triangle. Probably a light freeze up in the lakes area. Highs in the 50s, warming to near 60 degrees by Friday. Saturday, well, it's not going to be a repeat of what we saw last week. At least I don't think so right now. We're going cloudy skies. It'll be a breezy day with 20% coverage of showers. We'll amp it up to a 60% coverage on Sunday, in advance of another Pacific cold front. And with an active subtropical jet stream over our area, we'll see periods of scattered showers, disturbances moving through the area, so it keeps abundant cloud cover over the area. And temperatures actually be falling as we head towards Tuesday and Wednesday as we welcome in February. Hard to believe we're already there, but again, scattered showers during the 8 to 10 day outlook and lows in the 40s and 50s. So again, bottom line, Tuesday afternoon and evening. Download our app, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and as always, there's more weather at 12newsnow.com.